Dear Airhead lovers, welcome back to Airhead Barn. This episode is going to be a slightly bit different than what we are used to do. There won't be any wrenching. We will basically talk how much it actually costs to rebuild the motorcycle. For that purpose, we are going to use our R75/7 as example, because that bike went through complete restoration in 14 months, and I can talk about numbers. The reason why I'm actually filming this is because I often get asked by people, how much does it cost? Would you be able to work on my bike? And sometimes they have, some numbers in their mind, which is like a couple of grand. So that's the reason why I want to talk, what the real cost behind this is. And the fact is that you have maybe like a running bike that nobody touched since the time you bought it, like original, or it's been sitting in a shed for like 20 years, and based on a price cost, and especially if you are paying someone a labor to do the work, that job can get really expensive. And so mentioning here expensive, it can be really relative, right? We don't make same money. Some people work for 50K per year, some people earn million per year. So that's, for someone it might be expensive, for some might not. What I'm considering here is expensive. If you look at the cost for a bike that you currently have, the cost of restoration can be multiple of that. For instance, this bike, I bought it for $3,500, and the cost of restoration itself, including that, was almost 5 times. That's what I consider expensive. So here with me, I have like basically all receipts that I collected. Not sure if that's smart to do. Once when you start going through them, you will figure out how pricey this gets. But I really wanted to see overall cost. So I have a breakdown, like cost breakdown here for you, which I'll also put on a screen so you have some time to digest it. So as I said, project bike cost like $3,500. Bike was in it still ran, but it was in rough shape and needed some significant work. So all parts that I put in this bike were almost $5,500. Paint itself, then paint job, pinstriping, powder coating, so all those aestheticals, and they were almost $4,000 for this bike, so $3,800. Extras that I put on a bike, and maybe that's something where you can actually reduce the cost, because maybe you don't want to go with some things that I put in, maybe you don't need them, but I had here motor brakes. Because this bike was set up with a 1000cc engine compared to original 750, I found the original single disc cut brakes really not being up to task, so I decided to upgrade that. Then I have a top brace, I have a brown stand for this one, side bags were new put in, and the front suspension I have raised tech emulators. All that comes to close to $2,500. So total for this bike was just a bit above $15,000, including project bike. So probably there is something that I forgot here. So $15,000 was put in a bike. If I would about to sell it, that would be probably like 20K. 20K means that I'm not at loss here. Am I making any kind of profit? You figure it out. You're making like 5 or even less than 5K in 14 months is really not huge money. I guess I would be much better mowing someone's lawn or washing windows. But since I was doing this work for myself, actually it was a real pleasure, and I would always do it. For someone else, for 5K in 40 months, probably not so. But then, when you hear like 20K, from me, you would say, you are definitely nuts, because for 20K, I can buy like all I mean, anything on the market almost. You know, you can go and buy like a new GS, you know, which is really nice and sexy bike. How does it compare to this one? You know, if you are looking and comparing, you know, one by one things, is it more powerful? Yes, it is. Does it have better brakes? Even this one has modern, it does have a better brakes. Is it more comfortable? This is very comfortable bike, so maybe that can compare. Like, is it more reliable? For sure, it's more reliable. Like all those things, you will have checked for new GS, for instance. You know, it's a brand new bike. You won't need to work a lot on it. This is, you know, vintage bike and it requires some love, even though everything was changed on this bike. So if you are, you know, comparing side by side, GS would be a definitely win, and might even be, you know, it's actually at the same price point. But you know, buying a motorcycle and owning a motorcycle is definitely not a rational thing. Except you are living maybe somewhere where it's really crowded and then you need to have a bike to filter through the traffic because cars just don't work. Most of us living in a Western world, we buy bikes simply because we like owning a bike. It's a luxury thing. It's something that we enjoy, at least me. I enjoy riding bikes probably more than anything in my life, and wrenching on them as well. So if we take out rational thing then and start thinking irrationally, then this bike actually can compare to new GS. I'm pretty sure that Airhead lovers would agree with that. People that, you know, are just looking for a bike, they might not. You know, this is not for bike for everyone. It really depends, you know, what you prefer, but I'm just here pointing out the reasons, you know, why would someone consider this kind of bike over new GS? And the reason for that, it brings the smile every time I ride it. It's head-turning bike. You know, whenever I go somewhere with it, people approach me, start asking about bikes simply because it looks beautiful. And if you own a GS, you know, you probably have a same bike that like 30 or 50,000 other people have in the world. With this one, it's pretty much unique. It's actually brand new, almost 50-year-old bike, you know, so it's still, you know, with all things that were done to it, it's almost like a brand new bike. Yeah, it will, you know, need some love. It will need regular maintenance, but with that, it can last a really long time. It lasted for almost 50 years. Why it shouldn't last for another 50 years? And it will always be head-turning bike. So if you are after that, you know, this kind of bike could actually or potentially be something for you. So in case you are interested in buying it, you know, this one will be listed on my website for sale. I'm not holding my breath that many people, you know, that I'll be able to sell this story for 20K, but if there are some people that are interested, you know, please give me a call and we can discuss the details. Selling this bike would actually give me opportunity to work on some other bikes that I currently have here in the garage. R90S for now is not on a sale. It's fully restored and I still enjoy it riding to take care of some of the, you know, outstanding bits. But, you know, this one might be coming pretty soon as well. Next restoration project is R80RT 1986. I still didn't figure out what I want to do with that bike. Maybe keep it as RT, maybe I'll turn it into S model. You know what Boxer to Valve actually did in their video series looked amazing, like really outstanding. I like the appearance of that bike, so maybe that's the thing. And then my lovely ST behind me will need some love this winter as well, so I'll work on it. Okay folks, that's it from me for today. I hope you found this discussion interesting. I would like to hear your comments. Even if you want to call me crazy trying to sell this bike for 20K, please put it in a comment. As I said, it's not for everyone. On the other hand, I would like to have this up and running, maybe be able to sell it on my website. I honestly try using Bringle trailer because for some people actually that brings the best return. In my case, I think it's not going to work for me because they tend to like much more bikes without reserve. Giving away this bike for, sometimes you can have good or bad day, on auction, and some really nice bikes go for very low price. Giving this away for like 5K, I would rather donate a bike. Or just decide to keep it because it's so blessed to ride it, and I put a lot of love in many hours into this bike. All right, folks, I hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know your comments, and until some next time when we will actually do some wrenching. Bye for now.